Welcome back, YouTube. As before, there's going to be a short playable section, which has one collectible. And then we'll have like a 20-minute TV show. I did not get around to downloading them because it was 80 gigabytes and it was a real slow download, so I decided I didn't have the time to do it. So there we go. So we'll have the streaming of the episode and hopefully that works better. It's a shorter stream today, obviously YouTube. You can see how long the video is. Twitch people, no idea, but just I started a lot later because I did a bit of work that took longer than I expected because it's been like 3 months since I last did some. So I was real slow at doing it. Monkeys and peanut butter, that sounds like a terrible combination, Blood Rain. So there we go. Short streams today, and tomorrow after my Onyx Path stream, I will come back to play some more of this rather than Goose Game. Purely because I want to get this finished before RE3 comes out, so I can... Oh god, Peanut is terrible. So I can move into RE3 and hopefully enjoy that. So, hi Blood Rain, how are you?
I did the answer to that question.
William's attitude and knowledge made him a liability.
The one collectible is over here.
Is that young man going to cooperate any more than his brother did? You remember Jack as a close friend, but that clouds your judgment.
Oh, nearly dropped the tea.
It's not.
Slippy fingers because of moisturizer.
We're here tonight.
Peanut's not a nut, it's a
After
legume,
what happened, our
technically
people need
speaking. Also just
reassurance
tastes.
and
It
truth.
tastes and smells horrible.
You're the man who could win them
My
over.
opinion.
Let me handle Joyce, so you can concentrate on your speech.
I know what's at stake here, Martin.
It's a controversial one. I
Dr.
admit.
Sophia Amaral had taken over our Chronon research department after Dr. Kim's accident. She was the only one who could treat the Chronon syndrome.
From Sophia Amaral, what happened to Henry Kim to Erica Cross? Erica, first of all, my condolences and apologies. I didn't realise you had a history with Henry, and frankly, I would not have promoted you into this
Joyce
position
is
had I
waiting
known.
for us down below.
If you would be more comfortable working on something else, I can make that happen, no questions asked. To be clear, I'm not talking about a demotion, I mean a comparable senior position in another department. You're correct in that it's a very sensitive topic, but given your current security clearance, I can tell you what I know. Unfortunately, I don't know much. For the past 6 months, I myself have been trying to work out what happened, but I haven't made much progress. I know Henry was working late in his lab, and there was some kind of chronon particle surge. Of course, we know that exposure to large quantities of chronon particles can result in physical changes. Paul Serene is an example of that. His first exposure resulted in his extraordinary abilities, and the second exposure caused his progressive condition. In Henry's case, that exposure transformed him into a chronon disrupted wave function subject, or a shifter. It is of course clear that Mr. Serene's and Henry's conditions are essentially the same thing, even if Mr. Serene's case hasn't progressed as far. However, it's not at all clear how Henry could have been exposed to such a powerful dose of chronon particles, particularly as the lab area itself underwent none of the temporal changes we have come to associate with such an exceptional event. None of the containers on scene had remotely enough chronon particle capacity for such a high dose, and furthermore, all of them were intact and accounted for. In short, we don't know where these particles could possibly have come from. I'm not surprised that Martin Hatch was unwilling to discuss this. He was the only other person present in the lab when the accident took place, but I don't know why he was there or what happened, and he claims to have no memory of these events. Despite this, Martin somehow managed to contain Henry in the artificial zero-state field set up in the lab. Annoyed because Rainbow Six Siege? What's wrong with Rainbow Six Siege, Blood Rain? I'm unwilling to speculate as to how this could possibly have happened. Suffice to say that I have many questions about these events myself. Think about my offer, Erica. You're a first-rate scientist, and I would hate to lose you, but I would absolutely understand if you wanted to change departments. Please give my best to your wife. It was lovely to meet her the other week. Sophia. Oh, I guess it's part of an email chain. Oops. Sophia, I realise this may not be a welcome question, but I feel like I need to ask. I knew Henry Kim very well. I went to school with him, and he was actually my husband's best man for my first marriage. Unfortunately, when I moved down to Florida, we didn't manage to stay in touch. Let's just say that life took me into unexpected directions. It was a very welcome surprise to hear from him when he was recruiting new people, and I'm glad to say we hit it off again. We spoke on the phone a lot. He came over to meet my wife, and, well, it was like old times. Could have been awkward, but it wasn't. Henry was like that. You can imagine my shock and disappointment when I heard about his death just a week before my own employment at Monarch began. We didn't get to work together the way I'd hoped. Now Monarch has been very good to me, but his death has been eating at me. I know it's something people don't want to discuss, and I understand that there are confidentiality issues. However, having recently been cleared for some of the more sensitive chronon research, I now know that the story of his death is a fabrication, and Henry has become something entirely different. I'm not blaming anybody, but for my own peace of mind or sense of closure, I suppose. I'm wondering if, given my new security clearance, you are in a position to explain how this came to pass. I should add that I brought this up with Martin Hatch the other day, and he made it clear in no uncertain terms that I should drop the matter. Given that, I'm taking something of a chance talking to you about this, but I feel like I can't let this go. I'll understand if you aren't allowed to discuss it, but I'm more than a little scared and upset. I hope I can rely on your discretion either way. Erica. People who shit the game and been bad and been team killed on most rounds. Ooh, God, yeah, a bad roll does feel terrible. Obviously, I've not done that with Siege, but I've experienced that plenty of times in other multiplayer online games. Okay, DuckDuckGo. Rather than pages about the page, can I just have the page? Thank you. This is, if you're ever struck for D&D characters or NPCs, I highly recommend this website. It's a bit mature, but there we go. If you click "that sounds fucking stupid," it will regenerate your character or NPC. There we go. That's the only one. Oh, hang on. Diaries. I will have activated some more diary. Or not. I have. Sorry.
Okay, finally. Found a stutter-proof pocket. This should work. I don't think anybody will ever hear this, but I need to record it. If only for my own sanity. I don't have long until they find me again. The end of time is here. I'm living the goddamn proof. How did it come to this? Where did it all start? I conducted an experiment with Jack Joyce. I didn't listen. I was a goddamn fool. We caused a fracture in time. I entered the machine, was sent to the future, but where I ended up,
The gasp.
there was no future.
The gasp.
Time has stopped. Forever. I've spent weeks hiding from those things. They're always searching for me. And I'm not alone. Someone else is here, hunting me. I see your shadow. The machine
Thank
is
you, Blood Rain,
broken.
for the host. Really appreciate
I
it.
can't make it work. I have to find a way back. Before this ever happened, find a way to prevent the mistakes we made. This was my fault. It's my fucking fault. I have to make it right. I have to find a way.
Paul, you done fucked up.
You rescued Amy Ferrero at the Ground Zero operation. We know that she downloaded classified Monarch documents. Documents regarding our plans, the CFR, the lifeboat protocol. We believe you're in possession of these stolen files.
Monarch framed me. Made the entire city believe I was a terrorist to cover up their tracks. I figured the world might want to know the truth.
You never released the documents to the public.
Well, depending on how this conversation goes, that could always change. Don't make me grumpy.
Don't make me grumpy. You won't like me when I'm mildly ticked off.
You said you'd been to Williams' workshop before. What brought you there?
He sold our family home to finish building the countermeasure. He never told me. When I found out, I was furious. Hadn't talked to the guy for almost 3 years. He stopped answering the phone. I figured he was deep into drugs, gambling, something bad.
Did you discover the truth?
I never gave him the chance. I found him outside that workshop and tore right into him. Blamed him for everything that went wrong between us. I could see in his eyes he wanted to tell me, but I wouldn't let him. It was the last straw, you know? If I'd handled the situation a bit better.
Let's move on to the next question.
I kind of wish they'd made the fractured images in the background relevant to what was being discussed.
October 9th. William Burke fucked the rescue operation. Put him on the trail of the lifeboat to buy some time, make sure he didn't find out what I'm really up to. Jack's gone. Disappeared while I had a goddamn gun to my head. Tried to contact him, but he's out for blood. Dealing with goddamn amateurs. This isn't how this was supposed to go. She never told me the fracture would start at the university. I could have stopped it, avoided all of this. Why didn't she warn me? She knew that this would happen. Why the hell didn't she warn me?
Why didn't she?
October 9th, 1900 hours. We found it. The second time machine. It's the final proof I needed. Everything she wrote in that notebook came true. I found the final piece of the puzzle. The countermeasure that William built to stop a fracture in time went missing in 2010. It was never seen again. It's clear what that means. It was us who took it. It just hasn't happened yet. We go to the past, get the countermeasure, come back, and we can stop all of this in the present. That's our mission. Even if Jack doesn't know it yet. He's convinced we can go back and simply undo this all. He lit right up when he saw that machine, like time travel is some kind of goddamn magic eraser. He's gonna be in bad shape when he realizes the truth. Maybe even worse than I was. Poor bastard. Guy's stubborn as hell. Did I mention his ingenious plan to kidnap Dr. Amaral? Let's just say he's in handcuffs right now, waiting for me to Trojan horse his ass out of a high-security Monarch facility. He's got balls. I'll give him that much. Maybe I'll wait a bit longer. Make him sweat a bit.
Oh yeah, it's the whole plot of this game is that time has been fucked with. Oh, video diary. Cool.
Alright. July 4th, 2010. It's 9 a.m. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
It's Dominic Monaghan.
It's finished. Finally finished. 11 years. And it's finished. In 1999, she warned me that my research may lead to a fracture in time. Covered my tracks, hid the machine, but it wasn't enough. The fracture's no longer just a possibility. It's imminent. This is the countermeasure. This
Big
is
metal
the
ball.
assurance that the fracture will no longer run its course. The science is sound. Now it's just up to the execution. Haven't heard from Beth Wilder in months. I don't know. I don't know if something's happened to her. I just, I get the feeling I'm being watched.
Le gasp.
Watched. I can't tell the amount of things I've sacrificed in my life for this. I've isolated everyone I cared about. My relationship with my brother. Everything. This has to work. It can't be for nothing.
I guess, like, at least he's in the game more than just the opening sequence now.
July 4th, 2010. Beth Wilder, I'm addressing this video to you. You told me to stay away from my workshop, but I couldn't just leave it there. I went back to get it, and the entire place is a disaster zone. The countermeasure, gone. Taken. Shit. The safe, empty. I just need to know you have it. Because if it falls into the wrong hands, its power is immeasurable. Our future, our entire lives depend on it. This can't all be for nothing. You know where to find me. Please, hurry.
Okay, so now we've caught up on the diaries. There are a couple left, as you can tell. Okay. Let's continue the junction. And then Watch a TV show. But yeah, that's not Dominic Monaghan. He's playing the main character's now deceased brother. Kind of makes you think, how did the countermeasure actually work? We don't know if it does. It's been stolen. We haven't managed to trigger it yet. Jack is trying to find it, which is why he has gotten himself arrested by Monarch.
What are these doing here? We should be set up by now.
It's all on schedule. You're micromanaging again.
That's what I do. I don't know what's happening now.
Don't even twitch.
I can't help it. I have a tic. It's a mental neurological problem. Could just be a box of jelly beans.
Here you are.
Well, it took 11 years to build it.
I had to see
so
the
hopefully
lifestyles of the sick and traitorous up close and personal. And it was such a nice invitation.
How do you want to deal with this, Paul?
Oh, nah, it's the junction. Focus on your personal business or the mission.
I could still try to reach Jack and make him see reason. Or I could let Hatch deal with him so nothing would distract me from leading Monarch.
I believe that with hope comes miscalculation. And as you and I are well aware, Mr. Joyce, with miscalculation can often come catastrophe. And that leaves me with you, Mr. Joyce.
But my old friend would be a lost cause. Dead and buried, along with the rest of my past.
Tonight is a celebration in face of darkness. Tonight we celebrate because I promise to you that we are prepared.
Monarch would grow stronger with my presence. The plan would go forward as intended.
Cool.
Up into the past. I tried to change things.
Answer me this question, Paul.
I once trusted Jack more than anybody. It was my only chance to make him understand the truth.
The fuck do you mean nobody got a look at the shooter?
But without me there to give the speech, my empire would start to crumble like a house of cards.
Well, I think based on the character so far, also based on the guide I'm following, business makes more sense, because his entire thing is preparing the world for the end of time. And if Monarch crumbles without him, that's not going to happen.
We didn't come this far to get derailed now. You talk to him, find out what he knows, then get rid of him.
You're all moneybags.
I know you want to make this all about you and me, Jack. But that's far away in the past now. And I have a speech to prepare for.
17 years in the past.
I've seen where this leads. I've been to the end of time, and I've escaped it, all the way to 1999, when it all started. I've tried to change things, but by trying, I only made them happen in the first place.
Stonecrow. Oh. 42% of the community agreed with your choice. I would have picked that had the guide also not made that decision. Oh, TV show.
Time is breaking down. Monarch has been preparing for it. There's this thing. It's called a lifeboat protocol, and it can save us, at least some of us.
You've been the face of Monarch for all these years, Martin. But let's get clear on something. This is still my ship.
You're not thinking clearly. You need your treatment.
You gonna go?
Me? Go to a party.
We can roll together if you want.
What do you want?
I want a statement.
Our group took things too far. Things got very violent. And that violence was because of Jack Joyce.
We just lost.
So this is basically your previously on Quantum Break.
Find him.
Step away! Right now!
Liam, this isn't what it looks like. No. No! He's gone!
We need all points converged on Liam Burke. He's armed and dangerous.
Fuck you, Charlie. You are an asshole. Nobody likes you. Now, on Quantum Break. Episode 2, Prisoner. Which the subtitles did not point out, so that's interesting. You merely adopted the darkness.
The treatments.
There's a
they're
good
losing
master
their
prevent corona.
effectiveness.
Fine.
No. I need to work on something new.
You should enjoy yourself tonight.
Actually, COVID-19 is the disease. Coronavirus is just the virus that gives
I've
you
been
the
running
disease.
tests on the temporal anomalies. They're increasing in
COVID-19,
frequency and
yeah.
duration.
They'll dissipate. I've told you that.
You need to consider that maybe what you have seen is wrong.
It's not wrong. I need to prepare for my speech. Sophia, you shouldn't worry so much.
But she does. That's her job. I think so. So COVID-19 is coronavirus disease 2019. Muffled rock music playing. That's all that means.
You haven't touched your drink. I'm not really into drinking a lot, I guess. Oh. Rough day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Like what?
I have things happen in my day. I do.
Uh-huh.
I had to deal with some internal affairs.
Internal affairs. Oh, you're just gonna leave me hanging?
Well, yeah, it's internal.
Charlie.
Okay.
Okay.
I helped catch a traitor today.
What?
Traitor. Was that what all that commotion was about?
Yep. That was me.
Who was it?
I mean,
Who was it?
Who was it?
Yeah.
I can't,
What?
I am not at liberty to discuss this.
Well, you just brought it up. It's like, monarch drama.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to leave you hanging on that one. For real. This time.
Oh, I just thought maybe you'd want to share it with me. But whatever. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom, so I'll leave you hanging here.
She is playing him like fiddle.
Go mingle. Yeah. Drink a little.
Okay.
Indistinct conversations. What a great subtitle. Well, I guess it's good for audio descriptive stuff. Yeah. Subtitle descriptive stuff. Closed captions, that's the word. The words I'm looking for. Those are the words I'm looking for. There we go. Those are the words I'm looking for. There we go. I made that sentence work in the end. Oh, hey. It's finally made it into the TV show.
Thanks for the gun.
Just some awkward silence.
Dr. Emerald?
Martin, I need your help. He listens to you. Paul.
Is that so?
I think we're in trouble, and he doesn't see it. He refuses to.
I can't imagine why.
I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but I know you care about Monarch. You care about what happens. And if we are reaching zero state, something has to be done.
And what is it we could do?
Stuff. Science.
You
We could
know
science
what
the
we
shit out of it.
Truth is, Sophia, it's not really a matter of whether or not Paul will listen to me. It's that I won't listen to you. I find your approach to matters rather
We shared some alcohol.
counterproductive.
So do I occasionally.
Filling Paul's head with your constant alarmism, distracting him with petty doomsday scenarios. I mean, if I'm being honest, I rue that day he gave you a modicum of function in this company.
Oh, that's not very
As
nice.
you said, I care about Monarch.
What is it that you're so threatened by, Martin?
Do I look threatened to you?
Yes, actually, you're trying to impose physical dominance on her. That's the classic sign of being threatened.
What's going on?
It's nothing. We were just having a little chat. You should prepare for your speech. Enjoy the evening, Doctor.
What's that even feel like, really? I wouldn't know. I'm not a terribly tall person myself.
Hey, you're Crocker, right? Hey, Crocker! Crocker! I really need to take a shit.
I like the Velcro patch on his hat with the Monarch logo.
Crocker! Crocker! Come on, Crocker!
I'm 5'8", which is like really scraping the bottom end of average height for a guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, a son male birth.
Over there.
Where?
The woman with the necklace. My money is on that.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good choice,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Gosling down there talking with George Clooney. Wearing his nice cufflinks, chatting about stocks.
Yeah.
Richard, where the hell are you?
Quantum Ripple.
Didn't have my invitation.
Because someone stole it.
I'm not losing anything.
Drama.
Yeah.
And by someone, I mean I did.
She's going for it. Bam. Told ya.
Oh. Why am I losing
You owe me
so
a
bad?
A lot taller than
Drink.
that. I'm pretty
No,
slim,
rules are
which
rules.
helps.
Rules are rules.
Rules are fucking rules.
Also,
You owe
the
me
camera
another
angle helps.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Hey, Graham, all that means is you have a lot of personality in a small body.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I just wish I wasn't losing so bad.
Thank you for the cocktail stick.
Do you want to go for a walk?
5-4 for the win. Angel Wraith would agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, lady.
Last time you check your 5 win.
Mine too.
That's fair. What's it like being a tall person?
Hey, buddy. Crocker! Crocker!
Burke!
Crocker! Hey, buddy. Hey.
Burke, listen, if I have to come in there, you're gonna fucking regret it. Listen, this is just a big misfucking understanding. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Oh, put in a good word for you.
Can we stop putting the word fucking into the middle of words, please?
All I'm asking is please let me take a fucking shit. Go to the back wall. Fuck, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Thank you. Shut up. Back up slowly.
Oh, this is going to go so badly for Crocker. It went badly for Crocker. Sure, when it comes to New Zealand standards? Yeah. Yeah, I find it really interesting that average height varies depending on where you are in the world. Misunderstood that so badly? That's fair. That's fair. I wonder where you can go. Where you should go.
Mind that we left you.
Could it be the access restricted
I
place?
wasn't really excited about going in the first place.
Okay, why'd you go?
I think because somebody twisted my arm.
What the fuck is that?
Quantum Ripple.
Kind of looks like a dinosaur wearing a helmet.
See?
Yeah.
Found that in the workshop.
Exactly what it looks like.
And that's just where it happens.
Hey, where
Crops
are we?
up apparently.
Are we even allowed to be out here?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
So what would you have been doing tonight if we didn't go?
What, if I hadn't gone to the party?
Yeah, you could have said get up
well,
against the back
I would have
wall.
canceled all my other really
Or
important
stand
plans.
up against the back wall.
And I would have gone back to work.
I think maybe you work a little too much.
Yes.
But against it?
Well, no, I mean, it doesn't feel like work. You know, I like being wired in.
Yeah.
Makes me feel connected.
Because I struggle to make
You work all the
connections.
time. In fact, you're there most of the time I'm there. So, don't you think you work too much?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. I guess, yeah. I love work.
Hold it right there!
Shit!
You little fuck! Hey, all you had to do was let me in that perimeter lab.
You turned on Monarch. What was I supposed to do?
You have no idea what's going on, do you? I need to get in that lab. There's something in there that I need.
The lifeboat protocol. You work with Beth Wilder. I've seen you before.
You know her?
Which is the reason I'm here.
Oh no, she's a traitor too. Chirp chirp. Caw, caw. Nice, the lab is built into a cliff. It's gonna be safe inside. Nothing
gun still
wrong will happen
necessary?
here.
Yeah. Come on, hurry up.
You're a very kind person.
It's right up here.
Oh, right. I got it, guys. I got it.
God damn it, Charlie.
Yes, you guys can't do this. It's a special talent I have. Glad it's so celebrated. You're welcome.
Is this it?
What is that? What the fuck is that?
It's Dr. Kim, Le Gasp. He does, yeah. It's hip and edgy.
Chronon disrupted life form. Extremely hostile. Only ever heard of him.
Life form.
It's Dr. Kim.
What?
Do you know who I am? Martin Hatch, Paul's other half.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
I see the Monarch's well-being. Oftentimes, some matters Paul may find, well, arbitrary.
So you're his assistant?
A little more complex than that.
It doesn't sound like it.
Now, I can sit here and offer you my condolences for your brother, and, well, you can tell me to fuck off. I could tell you Paul doesn't want you to suffer the same fate, and you could tell me to fuck off. Or, I could point out that there's a difference between Paul and myself. You see, Paul, well, he still has such hope for the world, whereas I lean towards a more realistic approach. Trouble is, I believe that with hope comes miscalculation, and as you and I are well aware, Mr. Joyce, with miscalculation can often come catastrophe.
Oh, he brought out the gun.
Paul's a very dangerous man, practically a zealot, and things will only get worse if he continues unchecked. And that leaves me with you, Mr. Joyce. Maybe you and I can find some common ground.
Oh, Hatch is making his move. Who can we trust? And there's Dr. Kim just vibing.
He was my mentor from college and then here to Monarch. I was in a bad place and he kind of turned me around.
Got it. Sort of. I mean, it's a ghost file. It's remnant of mass deletion. Somebody was here. We got Cronin field regulator.
Wait, hold on. Holy shit, this is Dr. Amaril's report.
What is it?
The stutters, they're increasing in frequency.
What's a stutter?
The more frequent the stutters,
Time is breaking.
the more
Hi, Kiwi.
indicative of a fracture.
Okay, and what's a fracture?
Of time. Zero state, it stops, and it doesn't start back up.
And the Lifeboat protocol could save us.
I have no idea. But the Chronon field regulator, it is the core of Monarch's time tech. Everything is based upon it. And it has something to do with the lifeboat.
I don't know what. Tell me.
We have to go.
Wait.
No. This way.
Finally got results. You don't have cancer. I am so happy for you. It is a rough thing to deal with. And time has stuttered.
No one like her.
Fiona!
The lab is stutter-proof. Stay here.
Stutter, where are you going? There are Chronon harnesses up here. We need them.
So that we can move around. Some even better news, you just had cake. Man, that is even better news. Life is great, and you're hanging out in my stream. You could be doing far better things, Kiwi. Was he just gonna steal that olive?
Holy crap.
Stick. Spike. Whatever you want to call it. Beep, 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 beep. Ah, man. He had his back to you, and you missed. I'm gonna make you some real mushy cake one day, Gremlin, and you'll like it, damn it.
Put one of those on.
Ah, I just punched my desk. Like, real mushy. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I mean, you could eat the cake mix, yeah, I suppose. Chocolate raspberry vanilla egg cake, that sounds amazing.
Charlie! 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 Fucking
Charlie.
Let's go! Let's go!
The stutter finished. Is it truly disappointing? Fair. What if it's like rum cake?
Go! Go!
And there's rum in it and it makes it real moist. I apologise for people who don't like that word. Also, hey, we got through the entire episode without it stopping. End of episode 2. Back to your regularly scheduled gameplay. It's a Monday, so it's not regularly scheduled gameplay. The wine and cheese crowd.
Security was tight at the Monarch Gala. You took quite a risk walking into the Lion's Den.
If we were gonna kidnap Dr. Amaral, then we needed to do it from the inside.
Beth Wilder. You were quick to trust her.
We had common interests.
Is that all you had?
That's all we needed. Thanks for showing up.
Here, I thought this was gonna be a rescue.
Rip, indeed.
Right, there's a story here.
You know a guy called Hatch?
Serene's right-hand man.
He was here. He gave me this big speech about how he wants to take down Paul.
I hope you said no.
I didn't trust him for a second. He set me loose anyways, told me to wait for an opening.
I just gave you one.
Appreciate it.
Then I actually feel tired tonight. Probably because you've got 10 instead of 12, 5. Maybe.
What's it look like out there?
I think you're secure. Everyone's concentrating on the party.
I mean,
So far, your crazy plan's working.
that sentence reads like you keep forgetting your brain is skipping.
Dr. Amaral?
I don't have a fix on her. She's either at the party or at her office at the R&D facility here on the island. I'll scout out the party.
So you're gonna sip champagne while I break into a high-security installation. It's like you got this all figured out.
I'll save you a cocktail, Weenie.
Yeah, it's texture.
Oh, well, in that case...
It'll taste of deliciousness. Beep, 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 boop, boop,
My
boop,
cover
boop,
isn't
boop.
going to survive the night, but it'll last a little longer, so you can't walk out the front door with me. This is the quickest way to the R&D facility.
Thanks, Beth.
I disabled the security at the back door, but there'll be guards.
Is the door going to open?
Contact me when you're clear.
I will if the door ever opens.
And Jack, you know what's at stake here. This can't be about revenge.
Don't eat sponge then.
I'm not here for Paul.
Escape the detention area. Escaping. Jack Joyce is escaping.
Hey! He's escaping!
That's what I just said. Hold left bumper to time rush. Okay. Keep holding to make it through the door. During time rush, press B to perform melee takedown. Yeah, just punch the helmet, Jack. That works.
Damn. That will hurt in the morning.
I'm good with a tactical estimate. I like how I've kept my guns
powers
from the
were
previous
growing.
previous
I
chapter.
was learning to control them better. That felt good.
Okay, so it's like a rush. Cool. Beep. Cool. Same thing.
Who the hell designs these doors? Okay, I'm gonna have to move faster to get through. Hey, Beth, I'm clear. What's next?
You see a radar tower up ahead soon. Let me know when you get inside.
All right.
My powers didn't work on the turret. It was some kind of Monarch Chronon tech device.
The front. It's too heavily armored.
Yeah, I've got to get behind it, haven't I? Sure have.
Oh, you could have warned me about that one, Beth.
Oh, yes, please. Sponge jokes. Bunker Hill, that was a big thing in the American Civil War. American War of Independence even. After the civil war, run up the stairs to nearby camp to find a Chronon source. How many Chronon things do I have? 2! Excellent. First time brush. I can upgrade that first level. Focus time lasts longer. Drain less Chronon energy. Oh, that only has 2 tiers. I guess it's because you get it last, maybe. Going to bed at 3:30? Well, after raising and crossing a bridge to the yard, there'll be a cannon and enemies to take out. So I don't think that I'll be getting to...
Okay, how am I getting to that radar tower?
Oh, right, that's going to collapse.
Up you go.
I don't think I'll be getting to the junction for this act today, even though this is a 2-part act.
Let's try this again.
Can I target it from up here? Nope. So I'll just play for as long as I can. Play as far as I can.
All right, that's it.
I don't know how we're going to explain the dry docks thing to the public. Hey, it was just our people. We can spin it however we want.
What's wrong with you?
Call it an accident. Or pin it on Joyce.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
He might as well take the blame for the mess he made.
Where are you?
There he is!
Joyce
from the dry docks!
That was an incredible amount of shooting. My aim is
Time
perfect.
felt broken here. Monarch built over World War II fortifications. Maybe wonder why they chose that island.
The existing tunnel system led back to the mainland. Perfect for construction of a highly secretive R&D facility.
Gull Island sign, Riverport
The
Coastal
whole
Defenses.
cannon felt unstuck in time.
Read the goddamn group chat. I assume the D&D group later. The Coastal Defense installation of Riverport was commissioned on August 2nd, 1940 and completed in September 1942 as America faced the realities of World War II. In addition to the fortifications and artillery, it also boasted an extensive tunnel system that linked Gull Island to the mainland, enabling free movement of personnel and material, even under siege conditions. It was built in preparation for an attack on the United States that, fortunately, never came. The original plan was also called for the construction of a large naval base in Riverport to support the US Navy
Monarch
in the
had
Atlantic,
dismantled the old cannon.
taking advantage of the local shipbuilding industry. But as the United States entered World War II after Pearl Harbor, a change in resourcing priorities led to those plans being scrapped. This installation was in active use throughout the war, and the underground facilities continued to be used as a base for Navy intelligence work once World War II ended. The installation was decommissioned in 1961. Just reading the chat. I guessed it was other group. Don't worry. Oh, the lesson to live by is read the group chat. I get you. If you're in a group chat, definitely read the group chat. Cannon in the yard, scaffolding. Okay, so real close. So that was the prompt that I'm supposed to... It feeling unstuck in time is the prompt that I was supposed to use the time vision.
The timeline of the old cannon felt loose. I could shift it around.
Smart place to aim the cannon, guys.
I've been thinking. Monarch projections say these stutters are getting more frequent. If one hits while we're grabbing Dr. Amaral...
You'll be frozen. Yeah, I know. It's a risk.
Monarch specialist troopers have the stutter-proof gear. I bet Dr. Amaral would have that in her office too.
I'll keep...
Probably. Kind of hard. Yeah, they're really hard to scroll through if you're using a mobile device with a desktop with a through the browser as well, because you can only load 5 at a time. Oh, I've got to
keep an eye out. See if I can grab it for you.
Go back this way first. That was almost bad. I need the ramp. And then you grab the ledge covered in bird poop. Because, you know, video game shorthand for you can climb here. And here it is.
All right.
Of course, I got to drop back down to redo that whole thing, but there we go. What? That was weird. I guess if you don't get there fast enough, it just like deconstructs itself. Next one's the tower booth. Reach the radar tower, take out lens.
Powers? That would be here. Yeah, it's true. Yeah!
Just do that.
Suit like him would have the balls to sit down with someone like Joyce.
Who is talking? Because everyone is kind of dead. Okay, that was weird. Are these guys bullies? Hello? That guy. Well, I didn't get a cool cutscene, so I'm choosing to assume there's someone left alive. Okay, how did you not roll upon me, dude? How? You know what? Camera freaked out there. I don't know why he just randomly turned around.
Cover me!
No.
Jack, I've disabled security and unlocked the gates leading to the tower. Let me know when you get there.
Thanks, Beth.
Gotta jump in puddles. Oh, he doesn't jump. No, he jumps forward, so I guess.
Need to get to the radar tower.
See, that sploosh wasn't too strong. That one wasn't too strong. That one didn't kill me. Didn't betray me.
Okay. First stop the radar tower.
Good thing I didn't come up here to try and flank them. The gate thing. Thank you.
Beth? I'm at the radar tower. Where's the lab?
Below your feet. It's all top secret. The elevator inside will take you down.
This is Teresa
Oh, seriously?
Let me do that.
What is this, a Bond villain lair?
We're gonna
You
have a
have
good
no
time.
idea.
But if you're keeping
Just don't
an eye
fall
on
into the
the
Shark Tank.
crowd, you know we're not gonna be the only ones. The very exciting, very
Fuck.
exclusive Monarch Gala is tonight at their beautiful mansion on Gull Island. Of course, the event's invite only, and when they say exclusive, they really mean it. Word is even confirmed A-listers have had a lot of trouble securing an invitation. Predictably, rumors are already circulating. Some people are saying that this is not just a party, that there might be an important announcement about Monarch's future coming up. Lots of people are anxious to get
What do you
in
mean
on the
by
ground floor
confirmed
of whatever
A-listers?
the new thing, if there is one, might be. It's no secret that when Monarch Solutions makes a move, it pays off. Well, I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. You'll hear about it as soon as I do, listeners. In the meantime, those of us with a view of the river will be able to enjoy the fireworks show, which is bound to be spectacular.
If you like fireworks, I don't particularly. War of 8, and then over here. Should be 4, right? Hell yeah. Okay, the next one is increased size for time stop, I think. Because that costs 6, and that costs 6. Cool. So now it's just the everything costs 6 to upgrade. Neato. Where is the next thing to pick up? I don't know why I said it like that. Near where you enter from the radar tower on a laptop. WB.
Thank you, and welcome. Tonight marks a momentous occasion. For years, we have been building towards this day. Years of planning, developing, training. For me personally, this marks the end of a 17-year journey, and today we emerge from the shadows. We do so accepting great responsibility. I present to you the CFR, the Chronon Field Regulator. This device has been at the heart of our Chronon research since 2010, but I am here to assure you that it is so much more
So, the
than
countermeasure.
just that. This device will be our salvation, and as promised, it is ready. To some of you, this means nothing. To others, everything. Rest assured, you will all know when the time is right. We are entering a volatile age. Great danger is coming our way. It cannot be
Will
prevented,
Robinson.
but we can be protected. And so tonight is a celebration. A celebration in face of darkness. We celebrate because for some of you this means nothing, for others, everything. Rest assured you will all know when the time is right.
Sure thing.
We are entering a volatile age. Great danger is coming our way. It cannot be prevented, but we can be protected. And so tonight is a celebration in face of darkness. Tonight we celebrate because I promise to you that we are prepared. We are prepared for what comes next. We are prepared to do what is necessary. We are prepared to survive. Thank you.
Look at him. Not a care in the world.
Okay. Can I? Please? Wait, what? There was a prompt there. Collectibles. Can I reload checkpoints? Yes. Yes, I can. I saw the prompt when I came in, but the file was
I'm at the
already
radar
playing.
tower. Where's the lab?
Alright, I'll grab the
Below your feet.
current on
It's all
sources.
top secret.
And then,
The elevator inside will take you down.
Oh, seriously?
try that again.
What is this, a Bond villain lair?
You have no idea. Just don't fall into the shark tank.
Okay, so they're already collected. Neat. Right?
Fuck.
Yep. So once you've collected it, it seems like you don't have to collect it again.
Thank you, and welcome.
Speech is
Tonight
streaming.
marks a momentous occasion.
Give
For
Monarch the
years,
audience
we
they
have been building
deserve.
towards this day.
Oh, it's a
Years
timed
of planning,
thing.
developing, training. For me personally, this marks the end of a 17-year.
Okay, that makes more sense. Cool, so I've got both of those. A map behind some dudes.
Journey, and today we emerge from the shadows. We do so accepting great responsibility.
Check again that I got them. Yep, they're both collected. Cool.
I present to you the CFR.
Beth, I'm about to take the elevator.
Or Boop, your choice.
See Paul's still fond of his own voice.
Yeah, he's talking about his survival plan. Crowd's eating it up. Jack, the local security network just lit up. They know you're
Hey, beautiful.
No shit! We found Joyce!
What? This lift isn't bulletproof?
Jesus.
Mash the A button. Lucky. Do I want that? I mean, I will take it just so you don't have a weapon. But I want the tactical SMG. Where did my SMG go? What? Okay, I guess I don't get to keep the SMG anymore. Anyway.
Dr. Amaril's office.
It's just a map.
Looks like that's one level up.
It's a narrative object. Oh god, 17 narrative objects. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of collectibles. May have misread the tooltip. Press left bumper instead of right bumper. Try to run through it, not stop it. Not stop the time.
Dr. Amaril's office. Looks like that's one level up.
Oh, there we go.
That doesn't look right.
I'll be fine.
Holy shit! Frequent.
Upgrade. Corner of testing one lab where you disable something. Cool. So I guess the next one's almost plot directed.
What the hell is this?
Pretty trippy is what it is.
What is that? It's like I'm being drained. Better. The hell do they need things like that?
That, detective.
The device drained my powers.
Is a good question.
We refer to it as a chronon dampener.
Shifter presentation. Chronon disrupted wave function subjects, aka shifters. Key attributes. Theorized to exist in a state of quantum superposition. Surrounded by a highly dangerous distortion field, highly resistant to injury, conventional weapons useless. Populate the end of time. Can only exist in zero state inside stutters. Appearances likely once fracture progresses. As a result, shifters cannot enter stutter-proofed areas. Procedures. Keep your distance with 3 exclamation marks. Avoid confrontation, seek cover inside stutter-proofing. Maintain stutter-proofing at all costs. If forced to engage, assemble superior numbers of Chronon Tech weapons. No heroics. Just make sure this is not an email chain. It is not. It is just a long email. Ah, there goes to the desk again. Pulse reading the Lifeboat Protocol 2 Lifeboat Maintenance. Greetings, Lifeboat personnel. The day has finally come to commence Phase 3 of our plan. Tonight I'll be hosting a gala to celebrate this monumental achievement, to which you are all invited. By now you have likely heard of the events that took place earlier today at Riverport University. Our path forward has not been impacted by this minor setback. We are ready for what comes next. Your part in this journey has not yet begun, but the onset of the fracture will bring with it new challenges that are worth reiterating. I am not able to go over many of these issues in detail at tonight's gala because my many guests will not have knowledge of the Lifeboat Protocol. As such, I am including a high-level document outlining key points worth addressing. 1. The path forward, our journey ahead. 2. Lifeboat Protocol, status of the survival program. 3. Shifters, dangers awaiting us at the end of time. And 4. R&D tour, our future at work. 1. The path forward. When you were first chosen for the Lifeboat Protocol, you were sent a package illustrating in great detail several events that would come to pass. It was stressed that these events were unavoidable. Many of you were reluctant to believe this, but every single one of those events has since occurred, including, to our great regret, the onset of the fracture. This provides empirical evidence of my knowledge and understanding of the future, and I trust it has dispelled your doubts. No future event that I have experienced can ever be prevented. This includes the end of time. It cannot be avoided. However, it can be survived. Survival in the end of time has been the primary mission of Monarch Solutions since its inception. Your loyalty to this cause will prove invaluable as we move forward. I know this isn't easy, but in the face of immutable facts, sacrifices must be made in the name of our survival. From this point forward, we will have to start making those sacrifices at a rapid pace. While we do know the exact date and time at which the complete end of time will occur, Our knowledge about the escalation in stutters and time anomalies leading to it is far less complete. We do, however, know that it will be dangerous. There is a missing comma. For the first time in 17 years, we are entering a phase of the relative unknown. Adjustments will need to be made along the way, both in response to the effects of the fracture's progress and to the less cosmic events that we will find ourselves in. We ask for your patience in this trying time. 2. Lifeboat Protocol. You are the chosen few who will survive the end of time. When time stops, your journey will continue in the safety of the lifeboat. The Chronon particle harvesting operation is nearing completion. The lifeboat has been confirmed to be able to run solely on that Chronon power, as regulated by the Chronon field regulator. Current data indicates that the lifeboat will remain sustainable for approximately 50 years. Subjective years, of course, as no time at all will pass outside the lifeboat. Given the preliminary research we have achieved using the CFR, we estimate that it will take at least 2 subjective decades for the lifeboat team to discover a permanent solution for the end of time. Given the nature of the problem, this is of course highly speculative, and the solution could prove to be more elusive than we're hoping. However, by the time the lifeboat protocol is activated, we are confident that we will be able to increase our Chronon particle reserves and their sustainability to a point where we have a runtime of upwards of 200 subjective years. Or, to put it another way, if there is a solution to the end of time, I am 100% confident that the lifeboat team will have the necessary time to discover it. 3. Shifters. We briefed you all on the danger of Chronon disruptive wave function subjects, or what are now being referred to as shifters. We estimate that they will begin to emerge within stutters only as the end of time nears. The lifeboat has been tested, and we can say that with absolute certainty that the stutter-proof technology will protect the lifeboat from shifters. Using a living sample in Dr. Kim's lab, we have proven that shifters cannot manifest without the presence of a stutter. We will make sure that you are transported to the safety of the lifeboat before they arrive. Floor 3 of the lifeboat has been built to house the Monarch Solutions Striker and Juggernaut squads, a paramilitary unit trained to combat shifters at the end of time. Their presence will likely not concern you. However, in the event that travel outside the safety of the lifeboat proves to be necessary for any reason, the Striker teams have been trained to navigate the end of time and successfully eliminate shifters. 4. R&D Tour. Tonight we'll be sending you VIP passes for the gala, which will permit entry into a high-security R&D facility on Gull Island. Many of you are, of course, already intimately familiar with these areas, given your technological and scientific expertise, but those who aren't will undoubtedly find it interesting. You are welcome to join a tour to view the various pieces of tech that Monarch has developed during Phase 2 to prepare for our journey forward. We welcome you to take this opportunity to see for yourself that every development necessary for the lifeboat protocol is completely on schedule. Your dedication to our cause will assure our survival. Dark times are coming, but you're the light at the end of the tunnel. You are humanity's salvation and hope. Together, we will survive. Paul Serene. Okay. Lobby area next. I guess this way?
Okay, I gotta get to Dr. Emerald's office. Serene ordered Hatch to kill me because he didn't want to put his plan at risk. But seeing the scale of that facility, I started realizing just how deep that plan went. It made me wonder. Time was ending. What was it all for?
Burst fire, I prefer the heavy. But sure, I'll take the burst fire for now.
The chart showed that all of Monarch's major technological advancements started in 2010. Around the same time that something else happened.
Ground Zero.
Phase 1 of Monarch Operations, 1999, 2000 Monarch Physics Research Division founded, 2006 Gull Island R&D Facility commissioned, 2008 the Gull Island R&D Facility construction finished, 2010 Phase 2 of Monarch Operations. I could just read off the thing, I guess. Ground Zero event, CFR obtained. 2011 Ground Zero Chronon particle harvesting operation initiated. CFR research completed. Artificial Chronon particle field stutter-proofing. Lifeboat construction begins. 2012 personal Chronon field prototype stable artificial zero-state field. Prototype Chronon tech suit. 2013 prototype striker suit. Lifeboat construction completed. 2014 Mark 1 Chronon tech suit. Mark 1 striker suit. Prototype Juggernaut suit. 2015 prototype Chronon dampener CFR integrated into the lifeboat control system. Time machine corridor constructed at Monarch HQ. 2016 preparations for Phase 3 of operations completed. Time machine at Monarch H2 ready for core insertion. Standardized Mark 2 striker suit. Standardized Mark 1 Juggernaut suit. Standardized Mark 1 Chronon dampener. We discover success in time. I accidentally did the bumper. My bad. So that's that. Okay. Oh god. A Juggernaut. My body is not ready. Just make sure I've got 2. Yes, cool.
Oh, great.
Right.
No, 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 no!
Didn't realize you could run into them. Why am I red also? Interesting. What's that guy looking at? Negative pressure, something. Oh, that looks bad. That looks terrible. Oh shit! I don't like it. That's not nice at all. Why would you do this to me, game?
What the fuck is that thing?
Right, let's take care of that dude. No, not. Oh. Auto aim screwed me there. I was looking at the I thought I was looking at the non-Juggernaut, and when I drew my weapon, it kind of snapped my aim to the Juggernaut. That's annoying. That's mildly annoying. I guess I could turn it off, but and then Jack lost all color for a moment.
What the fuck is that thing?
Right, let's try that again. Okay, I thought I might be able to melee the Chronon thing on his back, but I guess not. Wait for that to recharge.
Goddamn weakness.
Trying to get behind it, but it's not working. Oh, can I just? Nope.
Yes.
There we go.
That's the weak spot.
I was just faffing around. And again. Get into cover, my friend. Oh, whoops. Got stuck on the ammo bag. Where'd that shotgun go? There was a shotgun pickup somewhere. they really not know where I am?
Fuck me. That was hardcore.
Yes, yes it was. There it is. Okay. After you fight the Juggernaut, there are several officers. On the right as you enter the office area. Cool. That was a pretty cool boss fight though. I'll give him that.
Which way is Amaril's office? Oh, hello. We might be able to get out through here.
Hopefully. Is that where I was supposed to get off? I think so. Maybe not. No. Oh, hang on. There we go. And then. Just don't fall. He doesn't control very well, in case you were curious. I mentioned this the other day, but he's really kind of sluggish.
Guessing this isn't the usual employee route.
Is it here?
Dr. Amaril's office must be close.
It is.
No alarms. Looks like nobody here knows about the mess I made on the way in. Nice job, Beth.
Friday social at 3 p.m. every Friday in the kitchen area. Snacks and beverages provided. Take a break from your hard work and enjoy yourself with your co-workers. Play some video games or shoot a few rounds of pool. Do not use the radar entrance tower as the smoking area. Colonel text wanted. Please return all used cups to the kitchen. Return your cups so nobody has to die. That seems a bit aggressive. Office 201.
Now, look. It's just math.
Martin Hatch to Clarissa Gowan. Must move forward.
The more people, the bigger the area.
I evaded in Jack Joyce's escape from his cell. He is here to kidnap Dr. Sophia Amaral. This presents the perfect opportunity to move forward with our agenda. Tonight we send Monarch into a state of chaos. Tonight we ensure Paul Serene's downfall. When Paul hears about Jack's escape, he'll order Dr. Sophia Amaral to be locked away in the villa for protection. As Jack nears her location, have Stetson sabotage the drone surveillance so that his movements will remain undetected. Assist Joyce's mission in any covert manner possible. Sophia is Paul's only resource capable of delivering the treatments he needs. With her out of the picture, we only need to destroy his remaining treatments to render Paul helpless as his sickness grows. All of his treatments are kept in Dr. Kim's lab. I will gain access to the area and ensure that the entire lab is destroyed. I predict that Paul's sickness will take hold within 6 hours of these events, spurred by the increasingly frequent stutters. Only then will we make our final move. What's that? Hatch is a traitor? Le Gasp. So they're having a conversation about maths. Don't mind me. His TPS reports. To Beth order from Fiona Miller, Joyce in custody. I just got word that Jack Joyce is in Monarch custody, walked right into the mansion on Gull Island and gave himself up. What the hell are you two up to? If you want my help from the inside, then I need to know what's going on. Fiona. To Fiona from Beth. Yeah, oops, I'm sure you noticed that things didn't go exactly according to Planet Ground Zero. It seems like a running theme tonight. Can't go into details now, but we found something that I believe is the key to retrieving the countermeasure. The solution is inside, but we need to kidnap Sophia Amaral in order to get it work. Jack gave himself up as part of the plan to get him inside. I'm on my way to release him so he can get to Amaral. A poor man's Trojan horse. Desperate times, desperate measures. What's your status? Any update on the Dr. Kim lead? We may need your help from inside to pull this off. Any chance you can lower security in and around the R&D facility? They're really just having this conversation through company email accounts. Our plans might actually overlap for once. I'm going to attempt to access Dr. Kim's lab tonight during the gala to find out if he knew about the countermeasure. I still think that's our strongest lead. However, if I get inside, I should be able to shut down some of the security measures from inside. The problem is that getting inside that lab might prove to be a long shot. Couldn't get a hold of Amaral's keycard, so I've resorted to shameless flirting in order to find a means in. I'm going to the gala as Charlie Wincott's date in hopes that he can get me inside. That's if I can hold back from punching out the douche for that long. Consider this a test of restraint. I know that you think Jack is the key to obtaining the countermeasure, but the evidence is really stacking up that Dr. Kim knew something about the device. All the research she did in that lab is classified. They're hiding something big in there, so I'll let you know what I find. I'd warn you that your plan on the island sounds reckless, but I'm sure you're fully aware. Keep in mind that the minute Dr. Amaral goes missing, the entirety of Monarch is going to be hunting you down. She's the only thing keeping Serene alive. He won't let her go without a fight. Stay safe. There's one in the next office. Oh no, I disrupted his TPS reports. Did I say Tom Nook? Tom No One. Sorry about your paperwork, dude. That wasn't even Fiona's computer. Why was that email there? Martin Hatch, instructions for tonight to Monarch security team leads. People, it seems we're having an even busier day than we anticipated. Be aware that both Liam Burke and Jack Joyce are now being held in detention in the detention centre at the island. It should go without saying that Burke no longer has any authority within Monarch Solutions and should be treated as any other detainee. Both Burke and Joyce are considered exceptionally dangerous, and Joyce particularly so. He is Chronon active and should be handled with caution. That said, Joyce has given himself up. It's possible that he has realised the futility of his position and the fight has simply gone out of him, but I'm not convinced he has no ulterior motive. Mr. Serene has to concentrate on his speech tonight. It's extremely important to the future of this company, so please ensure that everything goes smoothly. In the meantime, I will personally be conducting an interrogation of Joyce. Please expect my arrival at the detention centre shortly. Martin Hatch. And 204.
That's Amaral's
Sophia
office.
Amaral.
Yeah, Amaral had tried to warn Paul. The end of time was approaching quickly. Less than 24 hours away.
Mr. Serene believed it would take years to run its course. Admittedly, he was wrong.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Sophia Amaral from Paul Serene. Subject, Dream Journal 1. This is 3 years ago. Sophia, as promised in our latest session, I'm now going to transcribe what I recall from my dreams. I still have doubts that this exercise will help alleviate my symptoms, but I'm willing to explore the idea further if you truly believe in its merit. For someone who is not a medical doctor, let alone a mental health professional, he seems to take a great interest in my thoughts, not that I don't appreciate it. So here's my first attempt. I recall the haunting image of 7 red doors. Each door had a wrought iron handle that was dripping liquid metal onto the ground, creating a pool in the middle of the room. I looked down into the aqueous metallic glow at my feet to see my own glimmering reflection, revealing that I had aged half a lifetime. Startled, I looked back up to discover that only one door remained. Jack Joyce stood in front of it. The heat in the room was overwhelming. Jack was sweating profusely, his skin red and peeling open. He begged me to take him back home, but there was no door leading home. I opened the only door left and entered, discovering that we were back in the same room we had just exited. He refused to come to terms with this and opened the door again. I followed him over and over as he desperately opened the doors, forever leading us back to where we started. The heat grew and he howled in pain, begging to know why I made the other doors disappear, why there was only one path. He begged me to bring the other doors back. He begged me to take him home. The iron pool burst into flames. Jack screamed in agony. I grabbed him, told him that we needed to learn to endure the heat, to embrace the flame. I knew it would come to pass eventually, but the only way to survive it was to accept its inevitability. My body began swaying rapidly, dancing to the movement of the flames around me until my bones faded out of existence and I surrendered to the fire until we were one and the same. I was no longer one being in one place and time. My life force spread evenly across the flames until I was no longer an individual in one body, but a grander, shifting entity. I could feel Jack being consumed within my essence. I felt a power within the heat, a clarity of intent. I forgot about my desire to ever return from the flames, because the body that once desired to return was lost forever. I became the very thing that I entered, and it became me. A cyclical fury chasing itself. Ouroboros. I woke up in a cold sweat. I quickly wrote down words that poisoned my mind at that moment. Delmore Schwartz was right. Time is the fire. With Jack Joyce in our custody, I thought it relevant to forward you a message you sent me years ago. Do not underestimate the significance he holds in your life. I understand your concern that he is reluctant to accept the inevitability of what is coming. However, when he sees the whole picture, he'll have no choice but to believe. We all had our doubts once. You showed us the light. Give him time. Okay, 12 of 17. Can I see how many there are? No, you can't see how many there are in like the next chapter or whatever, but there we go. 44% completion. That's nice. That's nice. Wall chart. No, this one. Projected fracture progression. We've looked at the preliminary data on the frequency and severity of the stutters and crunched the numbers, and the results are alarming. Our original projection, which gave us years until the fracture reached the point where time breaks down completely, does not match up with the progression of stutters we are experiencing. Put simply, the stutters are happening more and more frequently, clearly indicating that the Maya-Joyce field is breaking down much faster than we thought. Taking the rate of acceleration, we can hypothesize that we might have as little as 24 hours until we reach the end of time, or the point at which time stops and no longer starts up again. We do not know why the original projection was wrong and why that data, which we do consider reliable, coming as it does from Mr. Serene, seems to entirely contradict our current findings. Regardless, the main issue seems clear. In order to achieve Monarch Solutions' stated goals, the lifeboat protocol should be activated as soon as possible.
That there looks like what Beth wanted. Oh, shit. Emerald's at the party.
Of course she is.
The stutter won't last. I better find a way out of here and get to the party.
Chronon disrupted wave function subjects, aka shifters. Slide 1. Much of what we know about the shifters is theoretical based on observations made by Mr. Serene and the limited experiment. Fair? The limited experimentation we've been able to conduct on the only subject we have managed to capture. They do not seem to have a stable physical presence, rather the data we are gathering appears to be fragmented and contradictory, as if there were countless versions of the subject occupying the same space. Our current theory is they somehow exist in a persistent state of quantum superposition, or to put it another way with reference to the famous Schrödinger's cat thought experiment, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. The full mechanics and implications of this exceed our current understanding, but on a practical level it seems to make them highly resistant to injury. It appears that even if the shifter encounters deadly force, it may kill one of its aspects, but because it exists as multiple iterations of itself, including iterations that were not killed by the force, it doesn't stop. Current theory suggests that the only way to stop a shifter is to cause its wave function to collapse from the superposition to a single eigenstate. In practical terms, the shifter must be affected with deadly force enough times for it to run out of healthy versions of itself. As such, direct confrontation with the shifter should be a last resort. Slide 2. Contact with the shifter is extremely dangerous. We know that they are essentially mobile repositories of vast amounts of chronon particles and that they can only exist in a zero state, an area which has been depleted of chronon particles, typically by fault in the Maya-Joyce field that encompasses the universe. Colloquially, we refer to these as stutters in time. We also know that shifters are hostile to any source of chronon particles other than themselves within stutters, so any chronon-active individual within a stutter may find themselves targeted by shifters. It appears that movement in stutters, by which we mean the very movement of particles within the space in which time flows, not merely the movement of individual, disturbs them and they respond with considerable aggression. As discussed previously, shifters are extremely resistant to damage. They are also quite physically formidable, but their biggest threat is the distortion field around them. Its exact nature is unknown, but we know it warps the properties of the space surrounding them, exerting great physical stress and unpredictable forces on its surroundings. Again, in practical terms, close proximity to a shifter may be fatal even if no actual physical contact takes place. Slide 3. The stutterproofing technology Monarch Solutions has advanced offers solid protection against shifters. Time flows normally within a stutterproofed area, so shifters simply cannot exist within them. Therefore, as long as stutterproofing remains active, shifters are not a problem. However, stutterproofing of large outside areas is not feasible given our chronon particle budget, so we have developed other technology to defend against shifters, the chronon dampeners. A chronon dampener works by annihilating free-floating chronon particles within a specified area. As shifters' forms are hypersaturated with chronon particles, they cannot enter an area in which a chronon dampener is active without their wave function collapsing. Therefore, our operatives in the field have a solid portable defense against shifters. Our own technology is shielded against the dampener's effects, so activities in stutters undertaken by our strikers and other operatives are not hindered. However, as an unfortunate side effect, the dampeners have a crippling effect on individuals who are chronon active without the aid of technology. Accordingly, should Mr. Serene be present, you should always make him aware of your intentions before activating a dampener. You may rest assured that the dampener is not powerful enough to do actual physical harm to Mr. Serene. whose system constantly produces new chronon particles to replace the ones that are lost. But as the dampeners' effects are unpleasant and enervating, such an encounter is likely to lead to an awkward conversation about future career prospects. Okay, so all of that was just like fake time travel science, and I'm here for it. And then there's a briefing. Here. CFR briefing by Dr. Sophia Amaral. It's no exaggeration to say that the chronon field regulator, or the CFR, is at the heart of all of Monarch's technological advances. It has taken on a somewhat mythical quality given its origins and the vital role it plays in the Lifeboat project, but in actuality the CFR's applications are very practical. That's not to say the CFR hasn't had a course-altering impact on the work Monarch Solutions does. It's been hugely influential in the development of both the stutter-proofing technology that allows us to shield large areas from the effects of a zero state, enabling time to keep flowing within them even as it stops everywhere else, as well as the smaller personalised application of the same technology. The portable chronon harnesses that allow our soldiers and technicians to operate freely within stutters. We think of Dr. Henry Kim as the father of all this technology, and deservedly so, but for all his brilliance, it was his dedication to uncovering the secrets of the CFR that allowed him to make his breakthroughs. Despite Dr. Kim's hard work, the CFR's functionality is still not fully understood, and we've not been able to replicate the device. Having more than one of them would obviously be greatly advantageous to us, but we find ourselves in a precarious position where in order to fully investigate it, we would have to take it apart. Given its immense power, such an undertaking would pose obvious risks. Perhaps even more importantly, there's no guarantee that we would be able to put it back together again. Given that it's vital to the implementation of the Lifeboat Protocol, it's our policy to leave it intact. We do know, however, that the CFR can not only store an immense amount of chronon particles, it can also tap into the Maya-Joyce field and, with great precision, manipulate it. It's this unique ability that our own chronon technology replicates, albeit at far less control and efficiency. It's also what makes the Lifeboat Protocol a reality. By itself, our stutter-proofing technology is powerful and reliable, but its rate of chronon particle consumption is high, and it increases at an alarming rate as we widen the volume of space the stutter-proofing covers. This would, on the face of it, make the stutter-proofing a very temporary solution indeed, one that could perhaps buy us some subjective weeks once we enter a permanent zero state, but which would ultimately only delay the inevitable. However, the CFR changed all of that. When the permanent stutter-proofing installed on the lifeboat, indeed the very stutter-proofing that makes the lifeboat in the first place, is directed by the CFR, the system becomes vastly more efficient. Our chronon particle consumption is reduced to around 1% of what it otherwise would be. Given that chronon particles are hard to source, even at our ground zero installation, and our stockpiles are decidedly limited, this means that the CFR makes the difference between lifeboat being a temporary stopgap solution or a very long-term undertaking that, hopefully, allows us to eventually find a solution to the end of time. Just casually throw that one out there. Oh god, so close to finding all the narrative objects. Yep, that's Alan Wake. Also there's a cat picture, but that's Alan Wake. That's great. Never showed up so you bailed, that's fair. Oh, Alan Wake was so good. Enjoy the cat picture. Martin Hatch, the purpose of the... Wait 20 minutes? That's fair. Purpose of the gala to Monarch team leads. This is just one email, right? Yeah. Will cut my throat. Greetings. It has been brought to my attention that there is some confusion as to the reason for the upcoming evening gala on Gull Island. I understand that some feel that such a celebration is frivolous, even misguided, in the aftermath of last night's events at Riverport University, and the now present steadily advancing fracture in time. These concerns are understandable, but they are missing the bigger picture. Monarch Solutions is now entering a phase in which its true purpose will be fulfilled. We have finally arrived at the moment for which we have spent years preparing. Maybe it's worth seeing if there's a reason that he keeps bailing. The purpose of this event is twofold. First of all, for those selected to be part of the Lifeboat project as scientists, technicians, support personnel, or in some other role. Sounds scary near it, it's a woman singing, but slowed down. It will be important to see and hear Paul Serene. Continued confidence in the survival program is vital for the continued survival of the Monarch and ultimately the human race itself. This is particularly important given recent events. We need to present a desirable and reassuring counterpoint to the sacrifices we've had to make. Naturally, not everybody at the party will be among the chosen few, so a certain degree of informational hygiene will be required. I trust you will ensure that those reporting to you are informed precisely to the degree necessary. Women are really scary. They are. People are just scary in general, though. Secondly, for all our autonomy and vast resources, Monarch is not functionally independent from the rest of society. In order for our plans to succeed, we will need the support and cooperation of the authorities and numerous business partners, even though they don't know our true goals. A demonstration of power and confidence, as well as certain judicious investments of currency and influence, will go a long way towards securing that support. Our PR blitz has been working well, but in order to maintain momentum, we must maintain an amicable relationship with Report's leadership. Our entire approach is based on the idea of Monarch stepping in to assist the authorities and being welcomed by citizens and city administration alike. Should the latter suddenly declare Monarch's help unwanted or unsanctioned, our entire strategy could collapse in just a few hours. That would be disastrous to our plans. In conclusion, this is a tremendously important event for the future of Monarch Solutions and for the future itself. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Martin Hatch. I guess there's just loads of because this is an office area, there's just loads of things to read. You enjoy Alan Wake, that was a particularly good segment. Oh, it highlights the collectibles, that's cool. Anything in here? There's no collectible in here, but no Easter eggs, nothing cool. Ah, cool, going downstairs anyway. How do I... There we go. Okay, I can't dash. Interesting.
Quite expensive piece of tech you stole.
Bill me. I knew Beth's cover wouldn't last long. Had to get it to her at the party before it was too late.
Those are just guns. That's just an armory. Gotta wait 2 more weeks for Easter egg. God damn it, Gremlin, you are right, and that was a good joke. I appreciate that. The time machine to Monarch team leads from Sophia Amaral. Hello, I've just been informed that the time machine core we obtained from the university has reached Monarch HQ safely and is currently being installed into the new time machine corridor system we've constructed there. As you know, the core of the time machine is the time machine. The corridor around it is merely the user interface. This means, of course, that once the installation work is complete, we have effectively moved the time machine from the university into Monarch HQ. That said, we don't intend to use it. It dates the video. Let me repeat that. There are no current plans to use the machine. We are not sure how safe it would be to use, given that its initial activation has caused the fracture. I personally believe that now the core has been activated, further use would be safe, but make no mistake, this is a hypothesis, not a proven fact. We know that the machine taps into the universal Maya-Joyce field, and somehow that connection has caused the fracture in the field, apparently because of a misconfiguration. We're looking into the specifics, but until we know for sure, it would be irresponsible to use the machine. However, having it in place gives us a degree of control. It allows us, in an emergency, to travel backwards, although we obviously can go no further than to the time of its activation last night, or forwards as might be required. Oh, she doesn't know about the first one in 1999 then. Unless it's time machine dependent, not just, I actually think it might be time machine dependent. Obviously, being fully secured at her building's restricted area on the top floor also means that nobody else can use the machine. I have to reiterate that the only person who may authorize the use of the time machine is Paul Serene. I do not have that authority. Martin Hatch does not have that authority. The only person who does is Mr. Serene. He takes this issue very seriously, and I strongly suggest that you do the same. Dr. Sophia Amaral, Head of Research. Oh, look at the little doggy. Little doggy. From Charlie Wincott. To Charlie Wincott. To Fiona. Okay. To Fiona from Charlie. Subject, what's up, girl? So I had a dream about you last night. It wasn't anything bad, don't worry. It's just pretty fucking weird. Let's just say that if you have a second mouth hidden under your arm that keeps on insisting the international stock market's being controlled by the Pittsburgh Steelers, this would be a real good time to tell me. I mean, I don't usually have premonitions or anything. I don't believe in that crap, but just the same, I'd hate for that one to turn out to be true. Oh, and also that mouth eats nothing but sausages, real chompy chomp style. So, you know, there's probably nothing fraudulent happening there. Just wanted you to know. What are you up to, Charlie? That's just a weird email. Okay. Jesus, Charlie, I can tell you're a man of great sophistication. Did you major in smooth talk, or... Actually, hey, speaking of education, I heard rumours about Adopt coming up at the university. I know you know, because you always know about that sort of stuff. It sounds pretty serious. What the hell's all that about, Fiona? Well, as far as the university thing goes, I can't really talk about that. I mean, yeah, obviously, I know I'm like the first person to talk to about something like that, but it's classified. I sure as hell wouldn't put that down in an email, so maybe you should just come down and talk to me, you know, if I was free to talk about it, which I'm obviously not. Bring food. Seriously, I can't talk about it. I don't even want to know how you know about it, but you should still bring me food. Not sausages. Don't make this weird. Charlie. Check out Burke's contacts. Who's he working with? That's what's written on the mug? I don't think that's what's written on the mug, but what do I know? Oh, and there's the Chronon source. Cool, I just need to get in there. Nope, how do I... Still can't dash, don't know why I tried. Okay, that's something through the wall. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Found it. It's all good. You're in a really good mood for no reason. Good, you should... Everyone should be in a good mood. In trying times, trying to be in a good mood is all we've got. Please, just let me absorb. Okay. That was the last collectible? That was the last collectible. Nice. Act 3-2 has a sizable number of collectibles though. I've got 3, right? Yeah, can't afford anything.
The Monarch combat gear was unwieldy. What I'd taken from Dr. Amaral's office was much lighter. Almost like a civilian model.
Well, they doesn't need to deal with rapid movement and gunfire. Physical damage, that kind of thing.
Oh, dude. Come on, you're at work.
Adventurous religious singles dating website. Adventurous religious singles, pure thrills for the pure of heart. Find your soulmate, meet the one he meant for you. Abstain together, enjoy the tension. There is room for all in the closet of the Lord. Oh, sleep deprivation makes me manic, so I know the feel. Two pulsarine from Kara Aviro, Time Machine Core. Closet of Lord, that's the best. You should totally start up a club called that. Paul, the Time Machine Core is successfully being transported to the HQ and installed in the Monarch Time Machine frame on the top of the tower. The crew is getting restless. They really need some insight into the next steps. I understand the details of your plan remain confidential for a reason, but any information you can give us would be extremely helpful. Kara. Kara, thank you for the update. We do not require the time machine to be activated in the near future, but from this point forward, I want technicians on standby. Our plan requires absolute control. That is what the machine represents. More than anything, we want to protect the machine from falling into the hands of our enemies. We have to deny them the opportunity to disrupt our plans. We may not be able to change the past, but if my travels have proven anything, it's that the past can help us better prepare for the steps to come. Those steps will be made clear to you very soon, Paul Serene. It does have some real gems. Remedy games in general just have real gems. That's why I like them so much. Apart from Max Payne, but that's a noir game. It's not designed to be humorous, from what I remember from the playthrough I saw. Lifeboat presentation. The lifeboat, located underneath Monarch HQ, access sealed until activated. Completely stutter-proofed, maintained with chronon particles sourced from Ground Zero, particle flow directed by the CFR. Twofold purpose, guarantee survival of human race, find a way to restart time. Limited capacity, personnel chosen based on vital skills, complete discretion required. Note, Mr. S will give the speech tonight at Gala, groundwork for activation. Mr. H has limited availability, busy with Joyce. Contact his assistant if urgent. He could mess with them, you are correct. He limits himself to stealing their weapons. Conference room on the 2nd floor. I was going to say, where are the steps? One of 8, huh? Cool. Oh, that was... I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. Fine. That's cool. Fucking garage to the elevator. They just remember that says on full screen woo, but that's one of your favorite things to do and happy. That's fair. You do you.
Garage. Sounds like the way out of this place.
You do you? Good. Sizzle. And the next one. Okay. This is apparently another humorous one.
All I had to do was make it through the garage. Seems simple enough.
What are they gonna do to that bird?
Contact!
Had the wrong weapon.
What the fuck? Alert!
All personnel. Jack Joyce has escaped custody and is now present at the R&D facility garage.
It's Joyce!
Jack Joyce has...
Okay, that was a grenade. I didn't see where it was.
All I had to do was make it through the garage. Seems simple enough.
Really? I guess they were frozen in time to go. I shot you in the head. There we go. Hate the fact that you have a dock but can't actually hit fire. I did wonder if the car would explode. Oh, heavy pistol, thank you. Headshot.
Hedging out! Move up to the flank!
And now I know cars explode. If you could just stop moving. Oh, I feel real bad for that guy. And yes, they splattered me.
That alarm's not gonna make my life any easier. There's gotta be a way out of here.
Right. Humorous.
Adventures in Flesh by L. Hakola. Chapter 11. Submission. When Archibald finally
Whoever that is, shut it off
basement,
now.
his dungeon.
I think I'll just leave that right there.
Somebody find out where that's coming from. This is supposed to be a secure channel.
Distress. He was still dressed in his impeccable suit of softest velvet, wearing the horn-rimmed glasses that gave him an air of indisputable authority. Behind those glasses were his eyes, and those eyes glinted with feverish anticipation. I squirmed in my restraints. "So," he said, "here we are. You're gagged and helpless, and I can't wait to send my adventurer party into the darkest dungeon, located in the soft, damp underbelly of your citadel." He paused and licked his thin lips. "And I brought along my 10-foot pole." I squirmed again. He laughed long and hard. "Yes, I'll take out the battering ram, my pretty. Whatever it takes to smash my way into your sanctum sanctorum." He must have caught something on my face then. He adjusted his glasses and cleared his throat. "Look, not to break the scene, but please nod if you're still into this. I mean, just to be sure. I don't want there to be any... I mean, we're not idiots here, right? Fantasy's great, but, you know, explicit consent's the secret sauce, right?" He giggled sensually. I stayed very, very still. Then I nodded. His face broke into a devilish grin. "Well," he said, as he pulled on the leather gloves and picked up the oversized D20. "Let's play."
I mean, the 10-foot pole got me because that was like I realized that they were combining TTRPGs and sex-based role playing, but that was beautiful.
Damn. The alarm must have locked everything down.
Just gonna go to the green light.
Maybe I can turn it off.
That's a Chronon disruptor. I enjoyed that far more than I probably should. Yeah, if you could just stop right there.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And he's dead.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. Light machine gun, thank you. Opens the door.
Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaral's at the party.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way. Remember what we said. I'll keep him occupied, but switch to the Monarch frequency to make sure you stay out of his crosshairs.
Sport
okay.
head.
I'll see you at the party.
Man, that'll be a fun game. There's a lot of pizza boxes.
Oh crap! It's
Here we go.
Okay, I thought I had a beat on that guy. And yeah, I'm dead. Even better than the screenplay bit? Yeah, but the screenplay bit I read. Oh, I've got to do this again.
Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaral's at the party.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way.
Right, where are the two who rolled upon me? There they are.
I've got company.
Ah, they've gone.
Great.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Takedown.
Swap it out.
The finest of aims here at this channel. Exploding car got me. I was like, wait, that car's on. Oh, it's gone. Oh yeah, I can imagine it would be. Try again.
Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaral's
Note to self, cars still
Yeah,
explode.
I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way. Remember?
Beth, I've got company. Here's the party. Great.
I see him over there. That guy just skip. Slip. Can you just give me some space, please, sir? Hey. Having less of that, thank you very much.
Holy shit, Joyce.
And he's down, which is what I was concerned about. They run real weird. Place the ammunition in that. Really? You just saw that guy take out everyone else and you thought you'd run at him head on? Not a smart person. Not a smart person.
Good evening, Riverport. It's Teresa here again.
I guess
I've
he's
got
sticking.
a fresh bagel and a big cup of coffee.
Oh god, bagel.
and
That sounds good right about now.
a lovely audience. And everything's all right in my world. Why don't you give me a call and tell me how things are going in yours? We can... Oh, that was quick. That's our first caller on the line. Hey, caller, you're on the air with Teresa.
Hey, Teresa, it's
I've
Spencer.
had issues, yeah.
Spencer, what's going on with you?
Not much. Cooking spaghetti, listening to you. Just wanted to say hi to my husband, starting his shift at Fire Station 12.
Well, let's hope he's listening. Thanks for that, Spencer. Let's go to our next call. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Gail.
Nice to hear from you, Gail. What's on your mind?
Well, my boyfriend was at the protest last night and he hasn't come home.
Oops, looks like we lost Gail there. Cell phones, am I right?
Lost.
Well, let's take a little look at the weather. It's a nice fall evening with clear skies and that lovely crisp autumn air. What could be better than that? Just a nice quiet moment we can all enjoy.
Okay, just separate entrance.
I need the exact coordinates for Joyce ASAP. Monarch Actual is moving in to intercept.
This is Home Guard 5. Just spotted him entering the tunnel system outside the party grounds.
Oh, Beth, you sneaky, sneaky woman. No trespassing sign. Am I doing 50%? Cool.
I'm on my way.
He took out my entire squad. Requesting immediate backup in here.
Attention all units. Reroute to the tunnels immediate.
Negative.
Huh. Again.
That should be 5. Oh, I've got 7. Excellent. Okay, so what do I want? Multi-takedown might be nice. Recharge would be nice also. Let's go multi-takedown. Also at 51% game completion, so that's cool. A truck after the entrance.
I could see the mansion where the gala was. I had to find a way to get there.
Platforming.
I could see the energy field of another
Oh.
Monarch Chronon dampener. It would drain my powers. I'd have to find a way to shut it off.
None of this looks good. Almost didn't press the jump button then.
My powers won't work within that sphere. I better be careful.
Somebody get Serene back here!
Right, he's frozen in time. Comedy of errors, my friends. Comedy of errors.
That's my cue.
Where's the... Oh, there it is. No, not the... Beepity boop boopity boop bop.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oh, God. Why would you do this? What powers?
Incoming.
They're back. Let's get out of there real quick. Yeah, let's just install. That was pretty cool. Ooh, LMG with a carbine. Don't mind if I do. Where are you? Oh. Why would you punch that? That is solid metal. Just the big guy? Just the big guy. Oh, the light post is kind of in the way. Give myself the shield again to get my health back. I get behind him. I was trying to shoot out his thing, but that works too. Right, I need to go grab my SMG. My LMG.
You were headed for the party. What was your plan?
I needed to get to Dr. Amaral before the stutter ended and Monarch found out I was coming.
Right, how do I get to the party?
There's gotta be a way to get past that gate.
Anything down here? Nope. Okay, so... does it mean that gate? Probably right. Hang on. I want the ammo. Thank you. Yep. Just got to stand in the right place to get the van to move backwards in time. What good does that do me? Now, hang on. Maybe I can jump onto it if it's there. Fine. Wow, you have to be in exactly the right place for that to work. There we go. Okay, where is this collectible? A truck. Don't mind me, mental gen. I'm meant to be here. I have my invite.
Should be here somewhere. Need to get to her before the stutter ends.
Serene just finished the speech. I can't take it. He's too much. I swear I could eat that guy up with a spoon. : P. Head to the podium outside the mansion. Cool.
Mr. Serene's speech had been a success.
The world was falling apart, but the wine and cheese crowd was enjoying their little goddamn soiree.
Oh, I can grab it now. Nope. I had the prompt. There we go. Next one. Red couch outside the mansion behind the buffet table. Stop mentioning food game.
Alright,
oh, guys.
That's it.
No, there's Beth.
What the? Easy, 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 Beth. Hey. It's okay.
It's me.
It's me.
Brandon Neighborhood Time Traveler.
Jesus. Look at all this.
Hope this is your style. These people have no idea I've been shooting up half a Paul's Little amusement park.
Yeah, well, Monarch does. I don't think my cover's gonna last.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would do much good for the next part anyway.
Dirt blocks, his low weird facial expression and ability. Oh, yeah.
Dr. Amaral somewhere inside the mansion. Let's go grab her. Bit of luck, we can be gone before anybody notices.
Okay, lead the way.
If you own a cocktail sword, get Charlie drunk enough to access the lab. Okay, sure. Cocktail sword, huh? Never heard it put that way, but okay. Imagine how derpy that look would be with modern tech.
What's our plan once we grab her?
There's a boat dock right outside the mansion.
That guy's about to fall
Okay,
over.
we can make that work.
God, yes, it's happening. Screenplay part 2. Okay, you know what's happening now. Actually, is this a chain? Did she reply? Yes. 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 How old is the game? 4 years. Came out in 2016. And then 3 years later they released Control. And they're working on something else now. Oh, 2 things now, actually. 218. Bruce Livingston, my screenplay part 2 to Sophia Amaral. Hey Sophia, I still haven't got any notes back from you on the first half of my screenplay, but I'm finished the second half now, so I'll send it your way. Let me know what you think. Time Knife, written by Bruce Livingston. Act 2. Bruce has just had his best friend killed by his boss, Paul Marine. Bruce now has a time knife that sends things through time if he stabs them. He is going to Paul Marine's wedding now to tell his girlfriend Sophie not to marry him because he's a real shitty guy. Interior wedding building. Day. It is a wedding. Paul Marine and his girlfriend Sophie are getting married. Sophie is real attractive. If most girls are ham sandwiches, then she is a 16-ounce steak. Bruce enters the wedding building. Bruce. Stop! Sophie. Bruce! I'm so happy that you came. Bruce, you can't marry Paul Marine. He's a real shitty guy. Paul Marine. He's lying. Bruce, I'm not. He killed my best friend with time bullets. Sophie. But that's impossible. Time travel doesn't exist yet. Bruce. That's what they want us to think, but I actually have a knife that is also a time machine and sends people through time when I stab them. Sophie. I want to believe you, but that doesn't make sense. Bruce. I will prove it. Bruce grabs Sophie's mom. Bruce. Here is a bunch of money for lottery tickets. Bruce gives Sophie's mom a bunch of money for lottery tickets. He stabs her with the time knife, but gently, not violently, just so that she'll travel through time. She disappears. Sophie's mom enters the wedding building. She is now wearing different clothes. Sophie's mom. He is right. He stabbed me gently with the time knife and I was sent to the past. He also gave me a bunch of money which I used to buy a lottery ticket that I knew would win. And now I have $1 million. Sophie, you helped my mom become rich. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, you made me rich the first moment I saw you. Rich in my heart. With love. Sophie, I always loved you most, but Paul Marine and I already just got married. Paul Marine, you're too late. Wedding minister. Or is he? The minister pulls off his mask. He is actually George Washington. George Washington, Bruce knew that you were getting married, so he stabbed himself and travelled to the past and stabbed me so that I would be sent to this time. I then pretended to be a wedding minister for the ceremony, but I am actually not a minister at all, which means the marriage isn't official. Sophie, you did all of this for me? Bruce, yes. I stabbed George Washington because I love you. Also, the man you were about to marry wasn't actually Paul Marine. Paul Marine takes off his mask. It's Slobbo, Bruce's best friend. Bruce, this is actually a fake wedding. I saved Slobbo's life and then had him disguise himself as your boyfriend to make this look real, but it's actually a test to see if we were meant to be. Sophie, the only thing meant to be is your death. Sophie pulls out a gun. She pulls off her mask. It's the real Paul Marine. Bruce, but how? Paul Marine, I followed you to the past using my time bullets and discovered your plan to marry Sophie, so I already married Sophie in the past. She didn't want to, but then I showed her this baby. Paul Marine reveals a baby. Paul Marine, I told her that this baby was actually our baby from the future and that I used time bullets to travel with the baby back to the past to show her that we had a family together in the future, but in reality it is just a baby I stole that isn't mine. Bruce, then whose baby is it? The real Sophie enters wearing futuristic pants and a shirt. Sophie, ours! Bruce, are you Sophie from the future? Sophie, yes. You are very quick to understand things. I came to the past to tell you that in the future you and I got married, Bruce. We had a very active and highly satisfying sex life, which led to the birth of our future child, Urage. That is the baby that Paul Marine is holding. He stole our baby. Bruce, but why? Sophie, Paul Marine stole our baby and then travelled to the past so that he could use the baby's life to trick younger me to marry him instead by saying that it was actually the baby that he would have with me in the future. The past version of me believed him, and because of that I married Paul Marine instead, and so no longer ever marry you at all. Slobbo. Oh man. Paul Marine. It's over, Bruce. We're married. Bruce. Until death do you part. Bruce pulls out his time knife. Paul Marine pulls out his gun with the time bullets inside. They have the best fight of any action movie ever. At the end, Bruce has Paul Marine with a knife to his neck. Bruce, it's been a slice. Bruce lifts his knife up to cut Paul Marine. Paul Marine, you won't get me this easy. Paul Marine aims the gun at himself and shoots himself 30 times. The clip is bigger than a regular pistol. Paul disappears. But then 30 Paul Marines enter. Paul Marine, I shot myself 30 times, so I was sent to many different times at the same time, which meant there were 30 of me. Now we are all here to kill you. Bruce, which means that each of you has a time bullet inside of you. Paul Marine, of course, but I made sure that we were all shot in areas that have no vital organs, and we will get the bullets removed after we kill you. Bruce, unfortunately for you, I travelled to the past earlier and took your gun, and added an electric charge on each of your time bullets. I control the electric charges with this handheld detonator. Paul Marine. No! Bruce. Yes, it's quite shocking. Bruce presses his detonator. All 30 Paul Marines are electrified from the inside. Their skin peels open all over like sausages that are left on the barbecue for too long that peel open all over. The Paul Marines all die. Bruce. Consider this my resignation. Urage, Goo Goo Gaga, Slobbo, oh yeah, George Washington, God bless America. Bruce and Sophine make out. Sophine waits a few seconds for the audience to stop applauding before saying her next line. Sophine, congratulations, you passed the test. Bruce, what test? Sophine, we always believed you were the chosen one, so we travelled to the past to test you and make sure. We now believe you are ready to fight the ultimate villain from the future. Bruce, okay. Slobbo, who is the ultimate villain? Sophine, his name is Paul Marine. Bruce, but I just killed Paul Marine. Sophine, no. The Paul Marine you have known this whole time has actually been an actor from the future that we paid to play Paul Marine for the test. The actual Paul Marine is exactly the same, but he lives in the future. Bruce, he was an actor, which means my job was fake as well. Sophine, yes, that is the only reason why you were kept in a low-level position for so many years without a single promotion, and it appeared that people didn't give you the respect that you clearly deserve, because in reality you are the chosen one. Bruce, it all makes sense now. Sophine, we must travel to the future. Are you ready? Bruce, looks like it's time to find out. Bruce puts on his shades. George Washington waves the American flag. End of movie. Bruce Savage will return in Time Knife 2, The Reckoning. Gently stabbed, yep, I picked up on that. Shitty guy is the best insult. If that detail is important, satisfying sex life, can't leave that out of the situation. You can't, and that is why my partner is extremely disappointed in me. Okay. Chronon Source, the drone. Cool. That's pretty cool art. I like that.
Oh shit! Oh, that drone!
Yeah, I can roast myself.
It's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Literally.
Jack, Dr. Emerald's in there. We need to get her out before time kicks back.
Can I please? Thank you. Look, if I can't roast my, abilities, who can? That's the true question here. I've got that, and then the picture's wrong. So that's gonna be fun.
We shouldn't wait. Let's go get Dr. Emerald.
Hmm.
Jack, get her moving before time kicks back in and that drone turns us into paste.
Oh no.
Let's get to it, Doctor.
What? Oh no. That's gonna be good. It's really happening.
Yes, it is.
You're Jack Joyce. You're here to kill me?
No, but you're coming with us. We need your expertise.
No.
I'm not asking.
No, this is that drone.
Collapsing!
Come on, move!
Cub Boom!
Where's the damn boat?
It's right there.
Okay, go! Get her on the boat, I'll keep you busy.
Come on, Doctor!
Go, hurry up!
You'll never get away with this.
Shit,
Snipers!
It's Joyce! Somehow we got right past us!
Yeah, it's like time stop.
Somebody call Mr. Supreme!
Jack, they're closing the gate. We'll be sitting ducks here unless you get it open for us.
I'll take care of it. You get going the second you can, okay?
Engage target!
Give me a moment to recover and then dash down here.
Start searching!
What's that guy doing? Nothing now, he's dead.
Stay clear!
Taking the shot.
Yep, he died.
Let's find him!
There's way too much firepower around. These assholes are gonna sink us if you don't take care of them first.
Look,
Leave it to me.
Beth, I'm trying, okay? Running, running, just keep running.
Can't shoot. We need backup. It's Joyce. Over.
Okay, that was less than ideal. Run back, run back, run back. I don't want to be up there that badly. Thanks for waiting for me to be a real pal. You're a real bro. God, I hate bullet sponges. Okay, we good? I think we're good. Two guys.
Spread out! It's Joyce from the dry dock!
Oh, that's a turret. That is no bueno. Alright. I know there's one there, so I'll kill this last dude. I'll just grab it now. Kill the last dude with my pistol. Did I just execute that guy? Yes, yes I did.
Need to open that gate.
Where am I going? Oh, there it is. So that's the last collectible.
What have we got here?
That gate's still closed. What's up?
Not the gate!
What about you?
You're clear. Go.
I can swing by
Go.
and...
No, just go. We went to all this trouble to grab her. Beth, I'm counting on you to keep her alive. I'll make my own way out.
My plan was simple.
Okay.
There was a bridge to the mainland. Fight my way through anything Monarch would throw at me and then steal a car, drive it back to the swimming pool.
Just remember, we need your ass alive for the next part.
We'll see how it shakes out.
I'm empty!
That's fair.
I'm out! Suppressing fire!
If you're just gonna stand together, that makes my job way easier, so thanks for doing that.
Target in my scope.
Boom. Headshot. Same thing. If you're just gonna approach me together, that. Cowards, you split up.
Assaulting Joyce!
Knock him out. Okay. Oh, hang on. Please get into cover. Oh. Right, you're dead. Yeah, I didn't think that killed him. That killed him. That just sort of staggered him. Oh, he's dead now. Oh, good.
With Beth and Dr. Amaral clear, it was time for me to get gone. For that, I needed wheels.
Where am I going? All the way over there? Cool. All of that with a pistol and a carbine and an LMG. Who needs the SMG?
Time to get a ride out of here.
Oh, also, obviously, time powers. Time powers help. I wish I had time powers. That'd be so cool. Where am I going? Oh, whoops. I was like, do I go up? But the doors are closed. I guess I just go this way.
Valet parking. Beloved by car thieves everywhere.
Indeed, because the keys are just there. How would I use them? Oh, for completely inane purposes. Like, just trying to outrun things that I really can't outrun, even with time powers, or slow down time to catch things easier. I'm kind of a boring person. You're coming with us. End of Act 3. Oh, there's no junction for Act 3, I guess. How to relive experiences? Every experience is a learning experience for me. I don't want to relive it. I've already taken the lesson from it that I'm like capable of understanding. Is this the junction or is this just Act 4? Oh, it is the junction. Cool. Apparently there are no collectibles.
Thing growing inside me. I've been fighting it for 6 hard years. Dr. Amaral was developing a cure for the Chronon syndrome. She was the only one who could administer the treatments that kept my sickness at bay.
Paul?
And Jack had taken her away from me.
Fuck you, Jack. You thief.
How the fuck did this happen, Morton? How is it possible they managed to take her?
Paul, this is your illness talking. I'm on your side.
No, you aren't. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Easy. You're...
They took her. Without Sophia, there's no chance of a cure.
We did all we could. But there are forces within Monarch working against you, and I
Like
believe
me.
Burke was just the tip of the iceberg. It wasn't just Joyce that did this.
Sir? We've recovered Dr. Amaral's laptop. We have it set up over there if you want to take a look.
I'll be right there.
Yeah, but once they're gone, like once you've relived that experience, then
I want to go over
kind of-
Sophia's figures. If she's right, the fracture is
It's gone
escalating
again.
a lot faster than we anticipated.
You know the future. Dr. Emerald doesn't. Is the lifeboat even in a viable state for activation?
I have another point to make, but I'll
She's
wait for
trying
this
to
to finish.
convince you the schedule's wrong. Why? To get you to rush this? To make a mistake? The people opposing you. She could be one of them.
She isn't.
Are you willing to bet the entire plan on that? I implore you, hold off on activation, Paul.
Again, 1 second.
Let me clean house before this gets completely out of hand.
Okay, as an obsessive personality, I know that if I allowed myself to do that, I would just keep returning to that moment over and over again. So I wouldn't, or I'd try my best not to anyway.
How do you want to proceed?
Somebody was working against me. Somebody close. Martin Hatch. Sophia Amaral. I could only trust one of them.
All right, Amaral. Let's go fix the time machine.
I said I'll try.
Evidence was mounting against Sophia. I couldn't simply ignore it, despite everything we had been through.
And she knew you'd never make it without those treatments. And then she took them away.
If she turned against me with what she knew, the damage could be immeasurable.
And show Amaral.
I want him apprehended. Immediately.
Sir, I have some information about Martin Hatch.
Martin had been my closest advisor for years. I began to wonder if that had been a mistake.
Sophia's loyal. She's always been loyal.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the countermeasure like she's seen it before. She knows what it does.
Sophia's research had saved my life. Loyalty doesn't run any deeper.
Oh, I'm going to choose to trust Sophia. So when you can do that, you can never remember the selection of moments and the good ones. But you wouldn't progress. It's something I talk about a lot on the channel, but I hate stagnation and remaining still. But trusting Amaral.
Sophia's data's always been good. I'll trust her judgment. We need to analyze these figures and make final preparations to activate the lifeboat protocol at once.
Fine. I'll take the laptop to the science department.
No, I think I'll do that myself.
I see.
I don't trust you, Martin Hatch.
Sir?
Put people on Mr. Hatch. I want constant eyes on him.
Yes, sir. You got it. We pulled some images from the security cameras. We've identified Joyce's accomplice. She's Beth Wilder, one of our mid-level operatives.
Her. My God, she's been with us all along. She's working with Jack.
There's a weird angle on your face, Aiden Gillen.
Where is she now?
Unknown. But we've got a kill team tracking her.
No. She can't be killed. Not yet. Find her. And whatever Mr. Hatch does, I want to know about it. Don't screw this up.
You've probably made more progress than you think.
Beth Wilder. It was the first time I'd heard her name, but she had been there in the past. When it all started.
Time rush. Or dash, or whatever it's called.
She'd been here the whole time, working against me from the inside. And she wasn't the only one.
The gasp. 61% of the community agreed with my choice.
The treatments, they're losing their effectiveness.
Oh, that's subtitles. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to watch this because I don't know
You shouldn't worry so much.
when it saved last.
Back up slowly.
Actually, we can skip that because we watched that recently. But I don't know if I skip this, if I'll be able to rewatch it. Does anyone know? Charlie, you done fucked up. Most because I should think about wrapping up so I can go and get food started before D&D later. At least he thought to put his coat on over the, you know, the harness.
Here's the hatch.
And what did Burke want with it?
Don't trust Hatch.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what the lifeboat protocol is.
It's a sanctuary. Designed to shelter a list of Monarch's essential personnel to weather the storm until they can develop a solution.
Essential personnel. So that means that I'd be on that list, right?
Not under Paul Serene's lead, you wouldn't. He's failed to see the value in his own people. Too consumed with grand ideals and delusions. You know what I find to be the most terrifying notion on this planet?
Free will. It's terrifying.
The
Also
idea
responsibility.
of God. Simply the idea. A being with that much power. The ability to take and give so freely.
You've had 2 episodes today, chat. You should be flattered,
Should
I
be
guess.
feared, not worshipped. Yet people believe in it, just as people believe in Paul Serene. See, what's so scary about God isn't his control, but rather, if he ever lost it. Paul Serene's become unhinged, Charlie. He's triggered a catastrophe. He has the chance to fix it, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to let things end.
The end of time.
And this is where we come in.
That is a pretty cool coat.
We risk too much leaving the keys to the kingdom in one man's hands. We need insurance. There's something called the CFR. It's a crucial key to our survival and must remain safe. But as long as Paul is the only one with access to it, it isn't. With access to the CFR, I would take over, get Monarch back on track, and once I do, restructuring would be in order, Charlie. Restructuring that would see you as my right hand.
Ooh, classic tactic.
Absolutely.
Then I need to go.
Oh, bit of a stream stutter there. In terms of the content, not the actual stream.
That's good.
I put the island on lockdown, but the pump house on the west side has an old supply tunnel that runs beneath the bay. No one knows about it. You'll go unseen.
No one knows about it but you, apparently.
Time is of the essence, Charlie. Better get to it.
Yeah, Charlie, run. Faster, mush.
Commander Davis.
Yes, sir.
Execute that, man.
Head to the perimeter lab. We're moving forward.
Nope, I got it wrong. Sorry. Drink your coffee, this should go off.
The frequency of the stars is still
Unpredictable, but they're persistent. Erratic, but persistent.
I need certainty. If I initiate the protocol, there's no going back.
Mr. Serene, something like this. There is no certainty. We've never dealt with it before.
How long?
We've been running Dr. Amaril's simulations. It's hard to say without her to confirm, but...
Just give me a time.
The Joyce field could collapse within 8 hours.
That's like soon,
Mr.
right?
Serene, if you're going to proceed, now would be the time to decide.
Time's weird again. That's gonna shatter as soon as time resumes. I hope he realizes that. That is a very expensive piece of equipment to just leave hanging in midair. Well, mid-time, I guess. Wood creaks.
Charlie. Fiona.
Hey, bud. Where you going?
You're right. Time's ending, just like you said. And the lifeboat protocol? It's a place. They built it to protect people from the fracture. And the only problem is there's a list, and anyone who's not on it is pretty much fucked. But if we make it back to the mainland, I can get us on the list. All of us.
This entire island is on lockdown. How are we gonna do that, Charlie?
Good point.
There's a tunnel.
All right, if you are lying to me this time, I swear to God.
Get off! Tired of this shit. I don't know why you're doing this, but I don't have to put your name on shit, motherfucker.
What'd you do to him?
He's fine.
He's fine. Nothing wrong here.
I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna put me on that list. I got a pregnant wife at home, and she's the only thing that I am thinking about right now. So if you get in the way of me protecting her, I swear to fucking God, next time, you will not catch your breath. Lead the way.
Be a real inopportune moment for his phone to run out of battery. Battery power, I guess, technically. Having in real life, it sure would. Rat squeaks. Squeak, squeak. Squeaky, squeak, squeaketh. He's got a fake thumbprint. I don't think that's his thumbprint. Nope.
World in my streets.
It's the audiobook again.
So, he said, here we are.
5 minutes out, Mr. Hatch.
What is that?
Not sure. Just playing when we came in.
Into the darkest dungeon, located in the soft
It's looped. But yes, it's still going. Dr. Kim.
I've come to free you, my friend. This imprisonment, it's unsettling. It's time for you to rejoin the others. To return to the infinite.
Is he a shifter too, but he's using the medicine to control it? Cool guys don't look at explosions.
How far along is your wife?
3 months.
Congratulations.
Really? You had the harnesses, but you didn't keep them? Well, that's a rookie move. Don't do it, pal. Gotta go finish something before you D&D game, but stream with humor in this. Bye. Bye! See you around. I'll be streaming tomorrow, so.
The fuck is that?
After my next path stream. But that
Under the bay.
in itself will be a stream of mine, so. Hopefully you can tune into one of those two. I'll just be playing more of this after our next path, so.
Liam?
You're under the water, you might want to get out. You might want to run. There we go.
Stand back! Stand back!
Pew pew.
Let's go.
I have a key. It is 9mm big. Large, even.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. We need to get...
Get on the fucking ground! Hey, no, we're with Monarch!
What don't you understand?
No, get on the ground! Hey, no. Hey, I'm the one that called it in. I'm Hatch's guy.
Wincott.
Yeah.
Where's she?
She's Chronon scientist. She's important. We have to get her back to Monarch right away. Please.
Him, you do whatever you want to do with.
Now! Yeah.
Gibson, I got Burke.
Fiona. Fiona.
I got Burke.
Fiona, you gotta listen. Hey.
Punch.
Shit, you killed him!
Fuck! Hey! I didn't know that they were gonna kill him. What was I supposed to do? Huh? You led me on and then you kidnapped me.
This isn't about you, Charlie!
Are you stealing this car?
Just get the fuck out of here.
No, you're gonna need me.
I got what I needed out of you.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
Why don't you open your eyes? The world is about to end. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, you're a real hero.
Fuck you.
Man, he's an a-hole. That helicopter was real good in a headset.
A nurse, huh? I'll see you there.
Burke. You fuck.
Oh, he's not dead. Oh, he might be dead.
You know, I'm really gonna enjoy killing your wife.
He's not dead. That guy, on the other hand, is about to become mortally challenged. Yeah, he's just got it through and through in his shoulder, I think. You probably shouldn't have said you were going to enjoy killing his wife. Those weren't great last words, if we're being honest. You gonna take the pistol there, champ? Why would you not just grab the one that's in the holster? Gotta make sure. That one just felt good. Now grab the one in the holster. It's only got one missing round. Or not, I guess.
Commander Davis.
Amateur.
Davis and his team. They're all good men. Monarch's finest.
Paul, what about my treatments?
I'm afraid so.
You know what this means?
You don't know for sure.
I'm a dead man! You let this happen!
No, he did it, actually.
Jack, he wants me to become him. He wants me to suffer until the end.
Joyce and Wilder. But what was troubling me is who got them in the Kim's lab.
Legas.
She paid a visit while she was thought to be missing, minutes before the explosion. Paul. Paul, will you listen to me?
Paul, no.
Look, it's time
Sorry,
you
Martin,
see her
no.
for who she really is. This was her parting gift.
They forced her.
She's trying to destroy you,
She's
Paul.
trying to help me.
Oh, Jesus, but... Look at you. The smartest man I know. Blinded by a fool's love.
Well, that wasn't very nice. Then again, I guess he's not a very nice guy. So.
What are you planning on?
Sophia's loyal.
Makes sense.
She's gotten inside your head.
She's always been loyal.
You need to think about
If
this.
the fracture's happening now, I owe this to her.
Yep. Time to activate the thing. I guess the lifeboat protocol is active. Time to go and grab everyone that we want to put in the lifeboat, I guess. Get wrecked, that guy.
What the hell is it?
The protocol's been initiated.
I need to wake my family.
I'm afraid we have no time.
Yeah, you don't get clothes. You have to live out the rest of your natural born life in pajamas, dude. That does not look like a hospital, I'll be honest. That does. And there's the video I streamed.
Liam?
Hey, pal. I'm glad you could make it. I was just telling your girl here how concerned about you we've been.
Emily, we need to go.
Go? What's the rush?
You want to kill me, my friend. Slash not friend. Frenemy. Enemy.
Emily. Let's go.
That man tried to kill him. You also... Punch. Not going well for Liam. Let's be honest. No one's trying to split this up? I guess not. Break this up even. Really? That entire crowd of people are just gonna watch him strangle a dude? That's a bit unbelievable. Also, you're gonna have to explain that to your wife.
Emily, give me the keys. Give me the keys.
Get away from me. Get
Emily,
away.
listen.
No.
Listen, please.
I feel like it's a
This is not
perfectly
who I am.
reasonable
This is
reaction.
not- I'm telling you, I never felt good doing this. I never felt good doing this. But it's the only thing I knew how to do. And when I got back, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything to do. And Monarch, they found that useful, and they put me to work. And I swear to God, I couldn't stand being alone. So every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I would walk down the street because it was the only 2 nights at the bartender. She wasn't at school. And I told myself every night to ask you out. It took me a fucking year.
Stop swearing, dude. Jeez.
Emily, if Monarch, if they gave me structure, you gave me purpose. I did this to protect you. I did this to protect us, our family.
And I'm bleeding all over you.
I did this to protect our family. And Emily, you have to listen to me.
No!
Something terrible is coming, and I will explain to you on the way, but we have to move. We have to move right now. If you will just let me protect you one last time. Please. Please. This is me. It's me. It is me. Okay. We have to go. We have to go right now. Okay.
Run away from the murder scene. That's fine. There's no crime. There's no law against that. Oh, wait, there is. That's the back of a man's head. He is seeing things.
Yeah, it's Pierce. I'm at the perimeter lab. So I have some information about Martin Hatch. I want him apprehended. Immediately.
He did it. What a surprise. I do enjoy these sections of the game, but they kind of run on a bit too long. There we go. That's the penultimate episode, because I think there's only 4 of them, because like Act 5 is the end of the game. Oh, I could have gone to the main menu. God damn it. Never mind. Secret history of time travel.
You took the one thing Mr. Serene needed to survive, Dr. Amaral. That made you priority 1.
Yeah, they made that clear. Monarch lined every escape route with barricades, roadblocks. I had to get to the mainland, but I couldn't do it by car. Needed a new plan.
All right, let's go.
So Act 4 is slightly
I think
longer
I'm gonna
than
need
the
a
others.
ride. The streets are too hot.
Alright, where do you want me?
I'll let you know as soon as I find some higher ground and get a good look at the situation on the bridge. I think it might be a no-go.
Cool. Game completion, 59%. Hell yeah. Feels good, man. So Act 4 is the longest act. There are 4 parts. And then the junction, and then Act 5 has 3 parts. And no junction, apparently. Also looking at those numbers, over halfway through everything, so that's always good. Obviously over halfway through the game, so that'll be why. But oh, you can watch the episodes, cool. Neat. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I will be streaming from Onyx Path as usual, and then afterwards I will come back and try and get some of this played in like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours I'll have. Five, not enough to upgrade anything. Because I do have a shorter time than usual, I probably won't listen to any of these audio collectibles just to save time, and then on Wednesday we'll listen to all of the audio stuff before playing the rest, before hopefully finishing up the game, or finishing up Act 4 anyway. But that's it from me for now. Hope you all, enjoyed and enjoyed the video, what have you. I'll try to get this up on YouTube, but I do need to edit the video slightly, so we'll see if that actually makes it up or not. Because I'm having problems with my video editing software. But until next time, see you.